The Jujutsu Kaisen card game is the card game for fans of the Jujutsu Kaisen series. It combines intense combat, tactical decisions, and the unique abilities seen in the story.
That sounds great. I love Jujutsu Kaisen, but I don't know how to play. It looks pretty complicated.
That's okay, because in this video, you will learn how to play the Jujutsu Kaisen card game.
Wait, what do you mean, video?
To start, you must choose your head. Your head determines what colors you can use in your deck, and the unique ability you will have access to during the game.
Cool. I'll choose the Itadori Yuji starter deck. He looks like a handsome guy.
I will choose the Yuta Okotsu starter deck. Think of your head as the character you will play as. You'll command your allies in battle and support them as the fight unfolds.
Alright. So what goes inside our decks?
Each deck must contain exactly 40 cards. All cards must match one of the colors your head possesses. You may include up to 3 copies of each unique card.
Seems simple enough to follow.
Each player chooses their own head character. This card must have the same name as your head. Your head character starts in a dedicated zone. This guarantees it can be played during the game.
Alright. I'll choose this shiny-looking Yuji Itadori. I have no idea how strong any of these cards are.
A reasonable strategy. I will choose this Yuta Okotsu for the exact same reason.
Wait, you're just guessing too.
Players must also bring their own combat area and 8 cursed energy cards. We will go over those later. For now, let's set up our playmats. Each playmat has dedicated zones that make gameplay easier to follow.
We can learn as we play. I've always preferred practical learning.
That's all right. Now that you know what to bring, let's begin a practice match. To start, we will each roll a dice to decide who goes first.
Alright, here goes. I got a 5.
And I rolled a 6.
What? No way!
Luck is an important part of any battle.
That's just unfair.
Since I won the dice roll, I will choose to go first. However, because you lost the roll, you gained a small advantage. You may now choose your combat area, which has an effect that applies to both players but is more suited towards the owner's deck.
Huh? So losing isn't all bad. In that case, I'll choose Sugisawa High School.
A solid choice. Your combat area can greatly influence the game to favor you. Now, both players will shuffle their decks and draw 5 cards. If you are not happy with your hand, you may reshuffle it into your deck and draw 5 new cards. This is called a mulligan.
What even counts as a good hand?
That depends on your deck. However, most hands benefit from an ascending cost of cards, starting from 1. The cost is shown in the top left corner of each card. I will take a mulligan.
Ah, I see. I think I'll keep my hand.
The goal of the game is simple. Reduce your opponent's life to 0.
Wait, how am I supposed to do that? Reach across the table?
No. Each head has a life value shown at the top right of the card. You reduce it by moving your characters into the combat area and dealing damage when they attack.
So this is just a game about using cards with the biggest numbers?
At a basic level, that can work, but many cards have effects that change the battlefield and give you strategic advantages.
I don't like reading. I just want to beat my opponent with my overwhelming strength.
Then red might be the right color for you. Now, let's begin my turn. Each turn is divided into several phases. Don't worry about memorizing them all right now. We'll learn them as they happen. First, all spent cards become unspent. We'll talk more about that later. Next, I place a cursed energy from my cursed energy deck into my resource area. Then I would normally draw a card. However, because I am going first, I skip my draw on the first turn. Now my main phase begins. During this phase, I can play cards by spending cursed energy. I will spend 1 cursed energy to play Yuta Okotsu. To spend a card, turn it sideways. When playing characters, they are played in the front 5 slots on our playmats. This is called the base. Most units cannot move on the turn they are played, so I will end my turn.
Alright, so I start by gaining a cursed energy and drawing a card, right?
Correct. However, because you are going second, on your first turn you gain an additional bonus, a Cursed Energy Burst. A Cursed Energy Burst can be spent like normal Cursed Energy, however, once it is spent, it is removed from play permanently.
Nice. The more cursed energy I have, the bigger characters I can play out, right?
That is one way of looking at it.
All right, I'll pass my turn.
I thought you said your hand was good enough to keep.
It is, I think.
You didn't play a card.
Well, you said I should keep cards that cost more than one.
That is not what I said. Anyway, I will begin my turn. First, all of my spent cards become unspent, meaning they return to a vertical position. Then I add a Cursed Energy and draw a card. Now we enter the movement phase. During this phase, the active player may move any unspent movable characters into the combat area. These characters become attackers. I will move my Yuta Okotsu. Whenever a character enters the combat area, it becomes spent. Now, you would normally have the opportunity to move your own characters into the combat area as defenders. However, you do not currently have any.
I am beginning to see the downside of not playing cards.
A valuable lesson. Before combat begins, when attacking abilities trigger, then when defending abilities trigger. There is a when attacking effect on your combat area, which allows the attacking player to discard a card from hand to draw one. I will decide not to do that. During combat, players may use cards and abilities.
Using cards during combat? That seems useful.
I will spend one Cursed Energy to play the event that makes 4 first years. This card allows me to look at the top 3 cards of my deck, take a qualifying card, and place the rest on the bottom. I will choose Maki Zenin. When you play an event, it goes to the discard pile straight away after the effect has been used. Because I spent Cursed Energy during combat, Yuta Okotsu's ability activates. The first time I spend a Cursed Energy during combat, I can unspend 1.
So you got your energy back.
Now you have an opportunity to play a combat card or ability.
I have nothing.
Then I may act again. I will also pass. Since both players have passed consecutively, combat resolves. Each player assigns their strength to opposing characters in the combat area. However, you do not have any characters.
That sounds less than ideal.
For you, yes. Since Yuta's strength was not needed to defeat a character, it becomes overflow damage. Overflow damage may be assigned to an opponent's head or spent characters. I will assign 2 damage to your head.
Ow!
Your head's life has now been reduced by 2. After combat, all characters return to base, and then my main phase resumes. I will spend 2 Cursed Energy to play Inumaki, and with that, I will end my turn.
All right. I unspend my cards, gain a Cursed Energy, and draw. This time I actually have something to play. I'll spend 2 Cursed Energy to play Megumi Fushiguro, and then I'll end my turn.
It seems you are getting the hang of things.
I only played 1 card.
A dramatic improvement.
Hey!
Now it is my turn. Unspend. Gain a Cursed Energy. Draw. I will play Maki Zenin, and then I will pass.
That's it?
I would rather not move my characters into combat while Megumi is waiting for them.
Fushiguro can be a scary guy, I suppose. All right, my turn. Unspend. Gain a Cursed Energy. Draw. I'll spend 1 Cursed Energy to play Itadori Yuji, and then I'll move Megumi into the combat area.
I will choose not to move any defenders.
When I attack, my head's ability activates. I can give one of my characters +1 strength until the end of the turn. I'll give that bonus to Megumi, bringing him up to 4 strength. I can also discard Divine Dog Black to draw a card, and then I'll pass.
I have no response.
So because you don't have any defenders, all 4 strength becomes overflow damage?
Correct.
Then I'll deal 4 damage to your head. Nice. After combat, my main phase resumes. I'll play Divine Dog White. Its effect lets me discard Nobara Kubisaki from my hand and draw a card. And with that, I'll end my turn.
Unspend. Gain a Cursed Energy. Draw. I'll spend 1 Cursed Energy to play another Yuta Okotsu. Then I'll move Maki Zenin and Toge Inumaki into the combat area.
All right. I'll defend with Divine Dog White.
I'll discard Panda to draw a card. Then I'll use Togi Inumaki's ability. I'll place him on the bottom of my deck to draw a card and unspend a cursed energy.
Your deck is really good at using its cursed energy efficiently. Sounds like a certain white-haired sorcerer I know.
A comparison some would consider generous.
I'll pass.
I'll pass as well. Combat resolves. I have 4 total strength. I'll assign 2 damage to Divine Dog, white. Strength serves 2 purposes. It determines how much damage a character deals and how much damage it can take before being defeated.
And I only have 2. Then I can assign 2 damage to Maki, right? Nice.
Correct. Unfortunately, Maki survives. All surviving characters heal at the end of each turn.
What? Oh, come on.
The Divine Dog fought bravely.
I am beginning to regret not reading the cards.
However, I still have 2 unassigned strength. That becomes overflow damage. I'll deal 2 damage to your head. My main phase resumes. I'll spend 4 cursed energy to play my head unit, Yuta Okotsu.
Right. I totally forgot we had those.
I end my turn, and all damage is removed from Maki.
You've built quite a board. If I don't deal with it soon, this is going to get ugly. Unspend. Gain a cursed energy. Draw. I'll move Yuji into the combat area.
I will move nothing.
Before combat, I'll use my head's ability to give Yuji +1 strength. I won't use any other abilities. Then I'll play Raimen Sukuna 0 on Yuji. Now I have a 5 strength character.
An excellent play. 0 characters are powerful characters that require an additional cost, such as being played on top of a character or sacrificing something, and can also be played directly into combat for devastating effects. Sukuna has another additional cost. When he enters combat, all friendly characters at the same location are discarded. Fortunately for you, Megumi remained in your base, so he is unaffected.
Yeah, that was totally intentional. I'm glad Fushiguro knew better than to get in Sukuna's way.
When a 0 character is played onto another character, their strength is combined.
Wait, so the strength from Sukuna is added to Yuji's strength? And because I already gave Yuji +1 strength, my Sukuna has 8 strength?
You are correct. This is another reason cheaper characters can be useful. They help you during the early turns, and later they can be used as materials for powerful 0 characters. I have no further actions. Combat resolves. Because you control the only remaining characters after combat, you have 1 combat, meaning Sukuna's ability activates. In addition to the 8 overflow damage you already have, Sukuna deals 5 additional overflow damage.
So I have 13 overflow damage to deal?
Roman Sukuna is not known for moderation.
That's ridiculous.
Many would agree.
I'll deal all 13 damage to Maki.
You may, but you are not required to. Overflow damage may be split however you wish. You could defeat Maki with 4 damage and assign the remaining 9 to my head.
That sounds much better. I'll deal 4 damage to Maki and 9 damage to your head.
A devastating attack.
I think I'm starting to understand why Sukuna is popular. My Sukuna returns to base, and I'll end my turn.
Unspend. Gain a cursed energy. Draw. I will send both Yuta Okotsu into the combat area.
I'm not moving anything.
I will activate Rika. Lend me your power. This is a technique card. It requires a matching character already in play to use.
Wait, so you can't just play it normally?
Yes, and due to it requiring a specific condition, it yields a stronger effect. It is also a continuous card, meaning it stays on the field instead of going to the discard pile immediately. It will be placed in one of the back 5 slots. This effect lets me draw a card and reduces the cost of Rika Orimoto by 2. Because of my head, Yuta Okotsu, I may unspend 1 cursed energy. I now have 4 cursed energy remaining. I will now play Rika Orimoto 0 for 4 cursed energy. Normally her cost is 6, but it is reduced thanks to my technique card. However, it is discarded after Rika is played. As an additional cost, I must return a Yuta Okotsu in combat to my hand. I will return my 4-cost Yuta. Her ability allows me to reduce an opponent's character's strength by the cost of the card that was returned to hand, in this case 4. I reduce your Ryomen Sukuna 0 by 4 strength, down to 3.
That was a pretty complicated way to hurt me.
The Jujutsu Kaisen card game offers many different playstyles, including ones suited towards more methodical players.
Anyway, I pass.
As do I. I have 8 total strength. I will assign 3 overflow damage to your Sukuna, defeating him. The remaining 5 will be dealt to your head. My characters return to base, and I will end my turn. I think this is a good place to end the game so that players can experience the completion of a full game for the first time firsthand. From here, players can continue playing and discover more unique ways to reduce their opponent's life to 0.
Seriously, who are you talking to? Anyway, thanks for teaching me. I think I can play without guidance now.
By the way, additional mechanics from the Jujutsu Kaisen series will be added in future updates. These may include domain expansions, binding vows, and new curse effects.
If I keep playing, I might become the strongest.
Perhaps. Second only to Satoru Gojo, of course.